Welcome back to Divine Stream Radio Podcast. I'm your host, Jason Blakelock, and today we're reflecting on Job 17, a chapter filled with lament and a cry for hope amidst suffering. Job's despair, continued suffering. Job continues to express deep despair over his situation, loss of hope. He feels his spirit is broken and his days are filled with sorrow. Betrayed by friends, Job laments that those around him mock his plight rather than offer support. The darkness of the grave. He speaks of the grave as his home, highlighting his sense of isolation and hopelessness. A plea for vindication, seeking justice. Despite his despair, Job appeals to God for vindication and for righteousness. He maintains his integrity despite the accusations of his friends. But there is a glimmer of hope. Job holds on to a small hope that his suffering is not in vain and that God will ultimately affirm his innocence. Reflection on life's brevity, the fleeting nature of life. Job contemplates the shortness of life and the inevitability of death, longing for relief. He yearns for relief from his pain and for a sign of God's favour, endurance and faith. Even in his darkest moments, Job's endurance and faith in God's justice shine through. Job 17 reminds us of the profound struggle between doubt and faith and the hope for divine justice in the face of overwhelming adversity. Thanks for listening. I invite you to join the discussion. Visit our podcast super site at godstreamradio.com. There you'll find podcasts from leading Christian authors and many Christian musicians. Plus, be sure to subscribe to the Divine Stream Radio newsletter, where you'll receive inspiring messages and have the chance to enter our weekly draw for a chance to win a 463-page study guide of the book of Job. You can subscribe by clicking the link in this podcast or by visiting divinestreamradio.com directly. Let's walk this journey of reliance on God together. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, exercise the patience of Job, stay faithful and seek God's guidance.